what's more than I thought would be is we're hearing a lot of good rhetoric. A lot of this is wrapped in good rhetoric, but we're not seeing those actions. And this many months into the new administration, quite disappointed, quite frustrated with not seeing those actions to rein in spending, slow down the growth of government. Instead, Sean, it's the complete opposite. It's expanding at such a large degree that if Americans aren't paying attention, unfortunately, our country could evolve into something that we do not even recognize. Certainly that is so far from what the founders of our country had in mind for us. Well, that is where we are headed. That is, and we have to be blunt enough and candid and honest enough with Americans to let them know that if we keep going down these roads, nationalizing many of our services, our projects, our businesses, yes, that is where we would head. And that's why Americans have to be paying attention. And we have to have our voices heard. And ultimately, it needs to be our will, the American people's will, imposed on Washington instead of the other way around.
Do you think that maybe people are changing their mind, maybe waking up a little bit to the fact, and you spent some time with President Obama. What do you think of him?
Very nice man, very nice man. I do think, though, that as more and more Americans are tuning into the discussion on the value-added tax, for instance, they're going to start saying, God, yeah, you know, you're right. The only way that we're going to pay for this largest national sales tax is going to affect every single one of us and take away more opportunities and freedoms to grow, to progress, especially with our small businesses. As more people pay attention to that discussion on the only way to pay for this government largesse is a value-added tax, borrowing more money, not drilling for our own domestic supplies of resources, but being even more reliant on foreign sources as we're headed if we say no to offshore drilling, if we keep ANWR locked up, if we're not aggressive about getting Alaska's natural gas pipeline.
Let me talk about the pipeline, because you're in the natural gas pipeline in Alaska right now. There's a little bit of a controversy, and what's the status on that? And do you think we have a look? Price of oil is going up again. It's not quite at $140 a barrel, but it's certainly on its way up to 70 and 80.
Well, and thank God it's not at 140. You know, people say, hey, Alaska, 85% of your state budget is based on the price of a barrel of oil. Aren't you glad the price is going up? I say, no, the fewer dollars that the state of Alaska government has, the fewer dollars we spend. And that's good for our families and for the private sector. But the dollars that we have, then of course we have to be prudent and wise with. The price of a barrel of oil is going up. There is greater demand for natural gas. It is increasing. We have to tap those North Slope reserves, and we're on target to do that. And in about a week, we have some really good, exciting news that we get to give the rest of America on how it is that we're going to build that infrastructure. The private sector will build the infrastructure, will flow very rich resources of natural gas into the lower 48 states.
Do you miss Spotlight as much as hot as it got during the campaign? And I had an opportunity to be out there with you on some of the busier days in your life, some of the probably more stressful days of your life. And now obviously things have quieted down. Everybody in the media wants to talk to you. We had to, you know, sneak into your event here, but
you went rogue.
Yeah, a little
bit.
You got us. But do you, in that sense, are you glad things have quieted down? You prefer your time now in Alaska?
I love my time in Alaska. At the same time, though, I crave, if not my voice, other voices out there, being bold, being strong, letting Americans know that those who are concerned about the growth of government and about national security issues, they're not alone. There are others who are empathizing, and more than empathizing, we're wanting to take action to make sure that economically and physically that our homeland is safe and secure. You
know, good thing you didn't take your airplane, or a state airplane, by the way, on a trip to New York to a Broadway show. Why do I think that would have been a bigger deal if you did it?
Yeah, you know that date night stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking, Todd, yeah, you
can
and
we get a state airplane to do that?
There we go, you know.
All right, now I got to ask you one question about Greta. Greta says that she can make a better moose chili than you. Is that true?
No.
She was up there. She was making moose chili up there with you.
She was up there. You need to get up there.
I'm going to come up and see if you promise to make those chili hot dogs.
The moose hot dogs.
And the moose chili.
Oh, just pure protein. You're gonna love it. And bring your kids up there. There is so much for the kids.
I want to go fishing. Although I don't know if your husband, who's in the background, if he'll take me moose hunting.
Oh, sure, moose hunting or bear hunting.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe we can play a little ice hockey if I can get my shoulder up in shape too. Well, listen, I know we're going to be at some point hearing from you in the future about your political future. You're not ready to announce anything today.
Heck no.
But you're here really to help a really good cause.
A really good cause. And this morning we got to participate in Autism Speaks Walk, and that was a pleasure to be able to have our voices known in terms of recognizing the research needs with autism, and then tonight with adults with disabilities. Of course, near and dear to our heart is the issue, and anything we can do there to help, Todd and I are going to do it.
You like the Yankee game with Rudy today?
That was a blast. That was a blast. In fact, Rudy says he's taking your son to a game, and
I've been to a game at Rudy. It's fun to go to a game at Rudy.
It was fun. Everybody loved Rudy, and
I heard you were pretty popular in New York. Now, you're not going to be like Hillary and announce you're a Yankee fan today, are you?
Oh man, no. I think there's a little bit of that sense of curiosity but it was really cool. It was like this once in a lifetime thing for us. Spectacular facility and all those happy faces in New York. We couldn't have asked
They were all
for
drinking beer.
A better experience. It was awesome. It was
I think I know him pretty well. Governor, thank you so much for taking a few minutes.
Sean.
Thank you. Good to see you, and hopefully we'll see you in Alaska.
Absolutely. Thank you.